Welcome to Mark Melbourne TV. I haven't made a video in some time, but how crazy has the price of Bitcoin been these past few months? So incredible parabolic run up to 14,000 USD in a very short amount of time, ever since the 3,200 lows. So this has been an incredible run for Bitcoin. A lot of people are starting to look for altcoin positions and finding themselves obviously losing in sats, but still maintaining their USD dollars. I think the price action up to 14,000 has been incredible. We had a retracement all the way down to 9,800 where we found support. Now, this happened in even a shorter amount of time than it took to run up to 14,000, as often healthy retracements happen. A lot of people were expecting, I suppose, a 30% to 40% retracement, as we've seen, on multiple occasions in the past when Bitcoin has retraced during a bull market. So I think a lot of people were hoping to see 9,400, 9,300. And because of that, often when there's a unanimous belief that a price is going to reach a target, often what you'll find is the price will drop just before the targets that people expect. And what's actually happening here is market makers or large players are front running the retail market, or the rest of us who need to get their bids in early because they have to have, they want to have the liquidity so that they can purchase at those prices. Now, so how do you combat that? I suppose the next large retracement we have, if you choose a price target which is, a very key support level, consider raising your bids, by 2 or 3% slightly higher, to get your bids in, especially if long term you're expecting the market to go up. I personally believe the bear market is behind us. Obviously there's still that possibility, but if price is going to reach parity at 20,000, previous all-time highs, and then go further, what difference does it matter if you buy at 9,500, 9,000 or 8,500? So your other alternative, rather than setting the price really high up, is to scale in. So for example, you might have a third of your bids before your price target, a third of your bids on your price target, and then a third of your bids past your price target. So this will allow you to at least get, 2/3 of your bids most of the time. If not, at least you've got a third of your bids in, and you'll see healthy gains from having at least your bids in. Obviously, you can scale this as high or as low as you like. Some people like to have 10% of their bids at a certain higher price, and then they might have, say, 20% at just before their price target, 50% on their price target, and then have the remaining liquid, or maybe past the price target. So you get the idea. You kind of scale. Don't put all your eggs on one price range, because if you just miss that, obviously you end up sidelined, as the price has a sort of a V bounce, and then you're left looking at either sitting out, or more often than not buying back in at a higher price. So that's been the main thing with Bitcoin in terms of price action. Incredible volume. A lot of that might be institutions. A lot of people are jumping onto BitMEX leverage now. So a lot of altcoin bag holders are, learning now that they can go onto BitMEX, leverage a slight position. Obviously, it's gambling if you don't do your research and you don't set stop losses and you over leverage, but it's an easy way to make more Bitcoin trading a less volatile asset than, say, altcoins. And as most people know, when Bitcoin has these massive spikes up, you'll see altcoins drop in Bitcoin value, and you'll see USD value hold. But if you think Bitcoin's going up, your main objective is to gain more Bitcoin, right? So I think for that reason, having stop losses for your altcoins, avoiding coins that have dropped below, all-time, like the last line of support. Once they reclaim that area and they turn, the last line of support, which has now become resistance. Once that flips from resistance to support again, then you can buy the retest, which is going to be a lot safer. Now, where do I think price action is going to go? With Bitcoin specifically, we've seen Bitcoin go from 14,000, set a lower high at 12,500, and now setting a lower high at that 11,500 area. So a lot of people are expecting the price to at least retest that 10,000 region. Further to that is the 8,500. Some people are even saying 7,500. Honestly, I think if you are bull and you're planning on holding through the next 6 to 12 months at least, I'd say, getting your bids anywhere under $9,000 is going to be an incredible buy, 3 to 6 months out from now. So not a bad idea to have maybe 30-40% in alts. I generally have about 15% in cash for price to dip, and then I've got 85% split between Bitcoin and alts. But right now at the moment, I'm holding more Bitcoin than alts, because a lot of people are expecting alts to recover here and go on a run when Bitcoin sort of ranges. But I think we might see Bitcoin retrace and then also bounce off of that and see further alts dips. So what coins are you guys holding? I'd be interested to know what alts are on people's radar. I'm looking at Ren. I've got which has held really well during the recent retracement. If I have to add, I think some coins like Cardano, although might be really good investments, I think I'll be waiting for that to reclaim at least that 800 region or 850. Otherwise, Ethereum looks pretty bottomed out. Could be a good buy opportunity long term. But I'm sort of just split between, so that it doesn't matter if there's a big dip or not. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Excited to make videos again. Crypto market is back on. We're seeing a lot of comments from Novogratz. You've got a lot of institutional money coming. You've got Facebook Libra around the corner, or not around the corner, but first half of 2020, and then you've got a lot of interesting third generation and fourth generation and IEO coins which are creating incredible volume. So be interesting to see where that goes. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day.